I have an egg and a potato in my hand. An egg and a potato. And is the word which is called a conjunction that is connecting these two words, potato and egg. Stay with me till the end and let us learn something more about conjunctions. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Cornerstone Skills, and I'm on a mission to help you gain your fluency in your English and get more and more confident in your communication skills. So what are conjunctions? So as we saw, conjunctions are words that connect two words, two phrases, or even two clauses. Now, what are clauses? So let's look at another example. One famous food in Kerala is tapioca and fish curry. So, and is the conjunction that is connecting tapioca and fish curry. Now, connecting two phrases, conjunctions connect two phrases. Let me give you an example for that. So, I sometimes walk in the morning or in the evening. So, in the morning and in the evening are phrases. So, the word or, the conjunction or is connecting in the morning, in the evening is connected by or. Now, the third one is, we said conjunctions connect to clauses. What are clauses? Clauses are complete sentences. Let me give you an example. I wasn't feeling well today, yet I went to office. I wasn't feeling well today is a complete sentence. I went to office is a complete sentence, and they're connected by a conjunction called yet. So two complete sentences. These complete sentences are called clauses. So these clauses are connected by a conjunction yet. What is the meaning of yet? That means still. Even though I was sick, I still went to office today. So that is about a little about conjunctions. So we see conjunctions connect any two parts of a sentence, phrase, or words. So let's look at what are the different types of conjunctions. The first one is the coordinating conjunction, which is very common. The second one is the subordinating conjunction. The third one is the correlative conjunction. And the fourth one is the conjunctive adverbs. Now, it is too much to do all four together, all four today. And so I will do only the first and the second. So what is the coordinating conjunction? Now, don't get petrified, don't get terrified by hearing these big names. The names are not important, but I just want to give you an awareness so that you will not be ignorant of what conjunctions and the different terms are. Now, what is important is to know how to use them correctly. So today let us go through each one of them. Let us make sentences with each of these words, at least most of the words. And the common mistake what most people do is when they write, they put the punctuation, the comma, in the wrong place. So let us start with the first one. The first one is coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, as I said, is the most commonly used conjunctions, and examples are and, or, but, so, yet, for, nor. Let us frame a sentence with each one of them, and let us also see how to punctuate them correctly. First one is and. My neighbor's children are clever and smart. Do you enjoy reading a book or watching a movie? Or is the conjunction. We need bricks, cement, metal, and stones to build a house. Now, if you look here, when there are three or more words, you have to put a comma after every word, and you have to put a comma even before the conjunction. But whereas if you're using just two words or phrases or clauses, you do not use a comma. Now, let's look at the next one. Manoj is a good swimmer, but a poor runner. Manu wasn't feeling so well today, so he did not go to office. Mary wasn't feeling well today, yet she went to office. Did you notice the difference between the two sentences? Manu wasn't feeling well today, so he did not go to office. Mary wasn't feeling well today, but still, yet means, but still she went to office. So that word, that conjunction makes so much of difference in the sentence. That is why we have to be very careful how and where we use the conjunctions. Now let us continue. For. Now for is very rarely used. It is mostly used as a preposition. So how do we make a sentence with for as a conjunction? I drank some cold water for I was so thirsty. For actually means because. That's the reason we rarely use for. Now nor. Nor is also hardly used. But let's make a sentence with nor so that you would understand it better. I am not coming for the movie, nor am I coming to the party today. What does nor mean? Negative. Now let's look at the second one. The second one is called subordinating conjunctions. And they are words like after, while, unless, when, if, since. Let's make some sentences with at least a few of them. Now why are these called subordinate? Let's look at this example. After Maggie finishes her cooking, she chats with her neighbor. Now, what is the conjunction here? After. We start with after. Maggie finishes her cooking. The sentence is not a complete sentence, so it is called a dependent. It is called a dependent clause. Because it is not complete, it has to depend on another sentence to complete the sentence. So it is after Maggie finishes her cooking, we have the next sentence which is complete. She chats with her neighbors. Maggie chats with her neighbors is a complete sentence. So the conjunction after, it makes it a dependent clause or a subordinate clause. So after is called the subordinating conjunction. Now to complete this sentence, as I said, we have to add the independent clause. So if you turn the sentence, what happens? It becomes an independent clause is followed by a dependent clause. Mary chats with her neighbor after she finishes her cooking. That is the independent clause followed by the dependent clause. It is connected by the conjunction after. So you note here there is something different. When you connect a dependent clause and then an independent clause, you have to put a comma after the dependent clause. After Maggie finishes her cooking, comma, she chats with her neighbor. But if you're putting the reverse, if you're putting the independent first and then the dependent, no comma is required. Maggie chats with her neighbor after she finishes her cooking. There is no comma required. So this is a very important rule. So do not forget this. Let's look at another example. While. Now sentence A is going to be dependent followed by independent, right? So it will be while I was working, the doorbell rang. While I was working, the doorbell rang. While I was working is a dependent sentence. It's not complete. The doorbell rang is a complete sentence. So when a dependent is followed by an independent, we need to put a comma. Dependent followed by independent, we need to put the comma. But if you reverse the sentence, let's look at sentence B. The doorbell rang while I was working. There is no comma required because it is independent sentence followed by the dependent sentence. Got it? Now, I think this is enough for today. If I go into point 3 and point 4, this is going to go over your head. So let's stop for today with just point 1 and point 2. I would like you to write a sentence in the comments below with any conjunction that is coming to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.